Welcome to Web Technologies XML series. This is BLV Ramakrishna, Assistant Professor, CSC Department, SRK Engineering College. So now today we will discussing about the introduction regarding to the HTML. So our objective is introduction to XML and what is the history of XML, the difference between XML and HTML. So how to use XML and what are the applications of XML. So and then what are the features of XML, what is the syntax of XML. So these are all the concepts now we have to discuss it. So first one is XML introduction. So what is XML? XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. So what is Extensible Markup Language? Already everybody known as what is markup. So markup is nothing but whatever the data, that means whatever the text data that is defined in between enclosing, opening and closing tag, that is nothing but markup. That means whatever the data we have to define in between the opening and closing of tags, that is nothing but markup. Language is nothing but it is used to transform the information from one source to another source. It is acts as a bridge. So what is extensible? So in our XML we have to use the defined tags. That means we have to extend our data in the format of tags. So for that purpose, XML is nothing but extensible markup language. It is mainly used for to create user-defined tags and build the XML document for the purpose of storing and then transforming the data. Okay, XML is a software and hardware independent tool for storing and transporting the data. XML does not do anything. XML is just information wrapped in tags. That means XML is a software and hardware independent tool. That means it is an independent tool. It contains any data that is to be for storing and then transporting. So it is in a just information wrapped. So in XML it is like an HTML. So XML is designed to store and transport the data. So in HTML it is used to display the data, but in XML it is used to design, store and transport the data. So XML was designed for self-descriptor. That means anybody can build the XML with user defined tags, but in HTML only it is used to create with predefined tags. Okay. So then HTML is only limits for fixed number of tags. That means in HTML you have to use only predefined tags. Any user defined tags will not be accepted. But in XML it allows creates a new tag. That means user can build their own tags. For example, if you want to use serial number as a tag, you can use serial number in between braces. Similarly, student name, date of birth, whatever the field that can be used as a tag in our XML, but it is not possible in our HTML. And then HTML and XML languages derived from Standard Generalized Markup Language, SGML. That means it is in a Standard Generalized Markup Language. So both languages are derived from this SGML. So XML and related technologies are those are SGML, XSL, W3, SOAP, XLT, DOMS, these are all the languages for the purpose of storing and transporting the data. Then XML history. What is the history of XML? So XML is in a W3C recommendation, that means World Wide Web Consortium. So this is a recommendation, that means represented by W3C. That means whatever the properties, whatever the actions are defined by W3, that should be followed in XML. The first XML version that was defined in our 1998, that is version as 1.0. Okay, so then the difference between XML and then HTML. So XML, it is used to store the data. Already I have clearly explained. So by using XML you can store the data, but whereas in HTML you have to use only present the content on browser. It supports user defined tags. It supports only predefined tags. In HTML can use only predefined tags, but in XML it supports only user defined tags. XML separates content from presentation. By using XML, whatever the content that will be separated from the presentation, but HTML it is only specifies for presentation. That means whatever the data is defined in our HTML, that is only used for presentation. So XML uses to create new tags. That means in XML any user can create their own tags, but in HTML it's not possible. It is only allows predefined tags. You can generate new markup language using XML, but in HTML it's not possible. XML is a case sensitive, HTML is not case sensitive. That means in XML only whatever the tags that will be built in lowercase, that end tag should be in lowercase. For example, if the root tag is in uppercase letters, for example, I consider one tag that is book, BOOK. So if the book is in a capital letter, end tag should also be in capital letters, otherwise the type conflict will be occurred. But HTML is not case sensitive. That means if you use H1 in capital letters, closing tag is in small h1, so there is no conflict will be occurred in HTML, but in XML the case sensitive. So you should have to careful to write the tags. So root in XML the root element is defined by user, but in HTML root element is HTML. That means in XML what are the root element that will be defined by user, that is user interest, but in HTML root element should be an HTML. So what are the uses of XML? So it is easy to organize the document tags. That means in that user can define their own tags. That means it can easily organize this. Better environment. It is in a best environment for data transfer. So it is in a language neutrals. And then XML files are independent of any operating system. Okay. So what are the XML applications? It is mostly used in electronic commerce, that means e-commerce, financials, multimedias, message exchange, money exchange. In that also you have to use XML for that purpose. Why? Because used in this application, because it is the transporting the data and then storing the data. For that purpose you have to use the XMLs. So what are the features of XML? It allows user defined own tags. So it is a pure information. It is in a text-based language. These are all the features. So this is in a syntax. So in that first statement should be represent the version. So version of XML. Here it is in a starting with question mark XML version equals to 1.0. That means it defines the present version of XML. Then it is defined in a root element. So whenever you have to create the root, that should be closed by end of the word. So this is then a child. In between child we can define the data. So a child is nothing but an element. So this is subchild. In subchilds you have to define attributes or any entities. So this is then a syntax, that is means structure of XML. So what are the requirements to build XML documents? So the requirements, you can use any text editors like Notepad, Edit Plus, Notepad Plus Plus, Eclipse, whatever the text editors that can be used for to build XML. So but whenever you have to complete our XML code, then you have to save with the .xml extension. In HTML you have to use .html. Similarly in XML you have to use .xml. So it can run any browser like Mozilla Firefox, Chrome, Internet Explorer, any browser it can be supported. Okay. This is the basic example of XML. Just listen. Had clearly explained. Here user can define bookstore. It is in a tag. It is defined by user defined tag, bookstore closing by bookstores. Then you have to use in a book as a child or an element. It is closed by here /book, and another I have to use the book and closed by book. So there is no conflict will be occurred, because here I open this, it will be works only within this block. So once here I close it, book, then it will be ended. In that one attribute title is I am user, then it displays web technology. So and then I have to use some data. Similarly, one child will be created here, that is book. So in that I have to define title and then author, then close by book, then close by root node, that is in a bookstores. Like that we have to build our examples. Okay, so this is the basic introduction regarding to the XML. So now we will discuss one example. So for example, just I will explain XML in graphical manner. Just so it is mainly used for to transport and storing the data. For example, in client side, I have to take in on client and then on server. So client will be developed with the help of some Java or any language .net or /php or any JavaScript. So by using this concept, client can be developed some application. Then it is in a server. So in the server, the data will be transferred from client to server. In that server also developed with the help of any programming language, that is Java or .net or any PHP. Like that, with the help it can be developed. So now I want to transfer the data from client to server. So for that situations I have to use one intermediate language, that is as XML. With the help of XML I can transport or transfer or store data from client to server. For that situation the XML will be used. The mostly XML is used for to store the data or transporting the data from client to server or server to client or source to destination or destination to source. For that situation the XML can be used. Okay, this is in one pictorial format of XML. So now we will see one example. So this is I have taken an example here. I was mentioned this is a tag, that means starting tag here define version, and then it is in a root node. So in the root node I was created child nodes. So here it is in a one child. In that I have to mention one attribute, and then another I have to take another tag author. These are all user defined tags. These are all any predefined tags. This is only title is in a predefined tags. Remaining all tags are user defined tags. With the help of user defined tag, you can easily build XML documents. But in HTML, it's not possible to create any HTML documents with the help of user defined tags. It is only possible on XML. Once I created the program, then I will save it, then run using any launch in Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Safari, anything. So I am launching Chrome. So it is displayed. Already I explained, by using XML you can transport the data, store the data. Whatever the data is defined in XML, that is clearly displayed in our web page. Okay, so this is the basic introduction regarding to the HTML. Okay, thank you.